Right, so neither of us are Michael Parkinson, so here we go. Gary, what brought you to Lanzarote?
What brought me to Lanzarote? Truth, I was going through a divorce and I met my new partner, Sheldon, and we said it was raining in Glasgow and it was dreek, as I would say, and we thought, let's take ourselves on holiday and get away from all the hassle. And so here we are, we found ourselves in Playa Blanca, and 4 years later, we're still here.
Quick 4 years.
Quick 4 years, can you believe it?
I know, yeah.
Flying by.
Yeah, I know.
So, so we sort of just found ourselves here. I'd never been to Lanzarote, and Sheldon had gone into the travel agents and they said, oh, Lanzarote is good at this time of the year and you should try south, Playa Blanca. So we did, and fell in love with it.
Oh yeah. Still enjoying it?
Still enjoying it.
Lovely.
Still enjoying it.
So we'll go to the serious stuff. How did you get involved in acting? When did that begin?
You know, it was bizarre because I just started high school and I was in the first year. And my two drama teachers, Terry and Mandy, had came to my maths class and said, we've got an audition for you for Taggart. And what happened in Scottish television is we're going round various schools in Glasgow and looking for two of each school to go and audition. And it was blonde-headed boys
they
were looking for. And my drama teacher said, I've got this ginge.
Well, we can put them out in the sun for a while.
Put them out anyway. And so they said, send them anyway. So I think it was about 50 kids up for this Taggart gingerbread back in 1992.
Yeah.
When God love him, Mark McManus was still around. And so yeah, went up, me and my mother, in the 48 bus from Pollock.
And did you have any school experience, just from the high school?
Just drama from high school. Although my parents and family would say that I'd been acting and entertaining
from the word
all my life. So there we are. We found ourselves.
What a break!
Up in up in STB, auditioned. Got a second audition. I'm saying to my mother, I've got a good feeling. She claps me around the head and don't start losing control of yourself. Yeah. And that was it. I got that job. 92. I was 12.
Wow, you must have been a legend at the school.
And off I went. Oh no, the thing, the legend. The good thing with Pollock, you know, they kept your feet.
Keeps you grounded, Pollock.
Three elder brothers kept their feet in the ground. All my mates and the school, everybody was so supportive.
Yeah.
Almost as there was a proudness, you know. Yeah. The wee man's done all right, and
there probably wasn't many actors coming from Pollock at the time, was there?
No, there wasn't. So
did you have a mentor? Were you
not
bluffing
at the time, because like I always wanted to be a traffic cop.
Really?
Simply because I could drive big cars fastly and you know, just as a 12-year-old, you know, with your head and where your mind and imagination goes. Yeah. So acting was never on the cards until I did Taggart.
Wow.
And then I got the buzz.
That leads me into very handy to another question. Is some of the movie work you've done? You played a cop in that great indie Glasgow film Ned's, didn't you?
I did.
Hard-hitting one.
Directed by the fabulous, talented Peter Mullen, and his brother
it's tough watching that. It's a tough one on the gut, isn't it?
Oh, it's tough.
Yeah.
And very Glasgow
very good,
at the
very
time.
Good,
and his brother Lenny was casting, and so I went for this casting. And Peter said, "I'm sorry, you know, it's not a big part." Yeah. I said, "But hey, it's Peter Mullen. It's a movie by Peter Mullen. You wouldn't refuse it."
Yeah.
And we're having a laugh, you know. I said, too old to play a Ned, so now old enough to play a copper. It was a great movie, great time. Good.
It was before that, so you would have worked with Alan Rickman before that, was it?
I did.
In the US. Was that in the US or was that?
No, it was filmed in Scotland, in Eastnooker, Fife, Pitt and Weem, and Crail. Back in '96.
Okay, is that with Emma Thompson?
And it was with Emma Thompson, and directed. It was Alan's directorial debut, and it was written by Shannon MacDonald, who is Keira Knightley's mother.
Right, okay.
And
I would say Small World, but I don't know.
Small World.
Oh yeah, Keira.
Oh, Keira. So I know that it was just, you know, come and have a meeting with Alan, and funny enough, I'd done a movie. I came from a movie called The Boyhood of John Muir, which was a documentary for PBS, which is the UK's equivalent to BBC.
Okay.
and I'd done that when I was 16. And John Muir was the conservationist from Dunbar, just outside Edinburgh, and I never knew anything about this guy until we started to research. And he founded Yosemite National Park, and he's a huge big conservationist. So I'd just come from that movie, landed, got off the plane, and Alan, there was a meeting with Alan, and of course, jet lagged, nervous, I'm meeting Alan Rickman.
Was he intense?
No, he wasn't. He was just an absolute gent. And walked in that lovely big voice of Alan Rickman. And had a chat, and he said, I would like you on board. And we had 12 weeks filming. He was an absolute gent. I learned so much from him.
So talented.
Very talented. And Emma's real life mother, Phillida Law, she was in the movie as well. She played my grandmother. Emma played my mother. And Sheila Reid, the lovely Sheila Reid, who mostly known these days for Madge and Benidorm.
Oh yeah.
But I'd already worked with her, you see, when I was 12 in Taggart.
Okay.
So this was all revolving again.
Yeah.
So that was the winter guest. Loved it. And the idea that Alan Rickman hired me, I was very honoured.
And then you've been hired now for a long time from that show.
From that show.
What a story though. Like when you actually think, when you look at things and you see the polls, like where Mrs. Brown's Boys is in with the top 3 with Only Fools and Horses and Fawlty Towers in all the BBC Radio Times for the last 6-7 years, and do you have to pinch yourself and go, wow, I'm one of that cast?
Yeah, we all do. And even Brendan, we all do. Brendan's the first to admit it. God.
Because you were saying you kind of started with him and just playing halls,
and we were struggling to get known. You know, Brendan had came from Dublin. He was very well known in Dublin. Came to Scotland. We went to the Pavilion Theatre in Glasgow. So it was trying to fill these 2,000 seaters.
But it's a strange combination because it's it's got the panto feel, but it's quite blue. So it's hard to get it across to a television producer, wasn't it?
It was picked up a guy called Steve McCrum and Ian Pattison, who created Rhapsody Nisbet. And it was all about French, so it was a journalist, Brian Beacom, who tells Ian Pattison, who Ian Pattison phones this friend of his, Steve McCrum in London, and says, you should travel and come up and see this show. And that was it. He fell in love with it, and it started to move in the right direction. And it had taken about 2 years after the original meeting. It had taken about 2 years before Brendan was happy enough that the BBC were going to guide it and look after Mrs. Brown.
What year did you start in the theatres with it?
I started with them in 2000.
Really?
Yeah.
18 years now.
Wow. 18 years this December. And I met him did a soap opera called Take the High Road for Scottish television.
That was a great show.
And then it went on for years, and then Brendan came to do panto with some of his team. And we had 12 weeks panto, and he says, what are you doing after this? And I said, I'm going to get a job in acting because I was leaving the soap opera, I'm heading to London. And he said, I've written a show. Do you fancy coming on board? I said, well, why not? My kids were young, we needed the money. We needed food on the table, and so there we are. And
could you have seen it being up there with Only Fools and Horses at the time?
No, I don't think any of us could. I knew there was something very special about it. I remember an agent at the time saying to me, I don't want you to be doing this. I want you to go and do TV work. And my gut instinct said, no, there's something special. And also, Brendan, Jenny, his wife, the team, we've all grew up together, but I knew that he would look after us. I knew that he was going to be a sound guy, and sometimes it's difficult to find that element in the business, and someone that's true and trustworthy and all these things. So there we are. Stayed on the road. We've had a fantastic time. We've done Canada, we've done New Zealand, we've done Australia. We've picked up all these awards. And it's been well written and well received by the public. And the
BAFTAs as well.
And the BAFTAs again.
Was that a good night?
Can
you remember it?
Oh yes, we do. Panicking, just nervous because the first year that we'd won, we didn't we didn't see anything. So
Yeah.
the second year we were up against Ricky Gervais and big names.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, no. And Brendan,
It's very cool though, like at one stage you were probably in some little rickety dressing room in Hull in 2000 or somewhere like this, and then you're
But that's
holding
where
the
we were.
BAFTA then, you
That's
know.
where we were. We finished
graft,
up in
isn't it?
Hull in 2000 thinking, oh, this is it. To there we are in the BAFTAs and the National Television Awards and the TV Choice Awards and the IFTAs, and it's just been amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And that was,
Will you do another 18 years? Or what's your plans for the future?
Here's hoping. We tour. I'm going back to Glasgow to do the Christmas specials, and then we tour. We do an all round to Mrs Brown, which is another chat
That's
show.
right, yeah.
And then we tour. We do a UK and Ireland tour next year, as well as Christmas specials. And then there's talk of possibly America, going back to Australia, taking in Canada.
Wow.
So,
It's always going to be there in some shape or form, is it?
yeah. Well, at the moment,
Yeah.
And
Will you get
I
more
think-
free time for your own projects, do you think? Or
I hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
we do get enough time. We do get a nice breaks.
Yeah.
So I think that as long as the fans and the public are looking after it, as long as Brendan's happy with it,
Yeah.
if he's still looking, for going, then I think we'll continue to go, because it's a fantastic show.
Yeah.
And my wildest dream is being an actor, growing up, that I'd be on that stage holding a BAFTA.
I know, yeah.
And dedicating it to the agent that says, "Don't do Mrs Brown's Boys."
Fantastic. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Rory.